Welcome back to Livin Off Grid. If you remember from the last video, we discussed making an air drying lumber rack to handle all the excess wood from making 8x8s and 6x6s for the cabin walls. That project's nearly done. Have a little bit left to do, and I'll show you that. But I wanted to kind of discuss our design here. Basically, I built this like a deck, and I built it out of the lumber that I already had from the sawmill, with the exception of the treated 4x4 posts at each corner. Add that and some hardware. I've got $68, I think, on the whole thing. Love having a sawmill, creating your own lumber. So the point of this is to give me a flat, level surface that I can air dry all that lumber on over time, and so that it preserves the lumber in a good condition when I do need to use it later. As you can see, I've created, I guess what you'd call floor joists here. They're 8 inches tall, 2 inches thick, and they're centered every 16 inches. Also stickered all the boards at 16 inches. I believe the recommendation is 16 to 24 inches, depending on the type of wood and the thickness, so I wanted to stay on the shorter end of that. Give that a go the first time around. As you can see where I put it, it's pretty sloped here. I believe on the 6-foot side, the shorter one, there's a 12-inch drop, and there's something like a 20-inch drop on the 14-inch side, or 14-foot side, the longer side. And that's just fine, because this end here allows me to back my truck right up to it, and it meets level with my tailgate. And I can load wood directly onto here from there, and makes it quite easier on the back. I can literally walk from my truck up onto the deck and move wood where I want. Now we still have a little bit to finish this. As you notice, the posts go quite a bit higher than the deck. About 62 inches in the back and 50 inches in the front, so there's a 12-inch drop there. I need to trim those two back here to that height, like these, and I'm going to run a 6x6, or excuse me, a 2x6 from this corner to this corner on the front and back, so I can hang a tarp over it. That way I'll be able to make that tarp nice and tight and still have a slope to run water off. Also give it a little bit of sunshade so I don't sun damage my wood as much, and keep that color in the wood it has now a little better. Okay, future plans for this is eventually I'm going to enclose the whole of it, including the bottom, and we're going to make a solar kiln, which means that it's going to have clear roofing material on the front and top so that the sun can heat it up real nice, and I'll put some sort of cloth baffle so it covers the wood but creates heat, and some kind of ventilation system to pull that moisture out of there. Likely run from solar panels and a fan. I've seen them online. From what I understand, you can take totally green wood and have it dried out within 3 to 5 weeks, depending on the weather and temperature and such. Which is pretty awesome, considering I can go from incredibly green wood to usable lumber within a couple of months or less. So very happy to have something like that in the near future. We're also going to build a second one right up there just below where the turkeys are. Yes, they're still following me. That spot will also allow me to back my truck right up to it. I probably will leave that one as an air drying rack. Excuse the sound, we get a lot of four-wheelers and off-road vehicles out here. I don't mind so much, but it seems like every time I make a video they try. Alright, I want to show you something we're doing here as well. Decking board, or decking, is 16 inches on center. My stickering is also 16 inches on center to carry that load up through the wood. And then I've got the blocks here, these cat blocks, that I'm using to weigh it down. The purpose of that is to keep any deformity during the drying process from happening. You can't beat it all, but you can really help by keeping some weight on it. Should be sufficient. I'm going to have to get me a few more though, because as we add wood to this, we're going to need more blocks. Quite a few more blocks. Thankfully they're cheap right now, so no big deal. Alright, so that's about it for this video. I wish I could have got more done, but it was the 4th of July, and we had friends and family over the weekend, some of which stayed. Had a great time, did some bonfires, did some fireworks, did a little bit of drinking. Everybody was safe, nobody drove. Everybody stayed the night that did, so awesome. Good way to celebrate the holiday. I probably will shoot another video or two about the solar system. I'll probably upload them all tomorrow, which is Friday. And they should all be up by midday tomorrow, I would think. The first video I'm going to do is of my solar panel system, how it's set up. I'm going to cover the solar panels themselves. I'm going to cover the charge controllers, how they're wired to the batteries, how the batteries are configured, and how the inverter system works. And then I may do a second video on how to maintain batteries, what items do you need to do so, and I might even get into different ways you can set the batteries up. That might be a bit much, but look for those videos as well. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you want to see. I'll keep doing the videos as long as people keep watching them. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.